Okay, is the future now? Inductive charging. We all want it. And here's an example. Let's see what the state of the art is. Now in the Netherlands we have 2 cars which basically have a receiver for inductive charging. It looks like they have to basically drive up here. And there's a very interesting, mysterious looking box which basically could generate, I guess, the frequencies. Let's see how this works and when we can expect it in our backyard. So we're here at the conference and we're looking at talking to Arel Voskamp from which company?
I'm from Hevo Power.
Okay, you made this box, this beautiful looking box basically, which is the inductive charging.
Yes, that's what we do.
Where is it made?
It's made in New York, actually.
In New York. It's in New York. Okay, and you have basically done a couple of prototyping things. What phase is this product now?
It's actually in the end of the development, so we're working on certification and on mobile apps and dashboards to make it work with the customer. And then it's ready for commercialization end of this year.
So next year you can buy a box like this. And how much will these boxes? How much will something like this cost?
Well, we're not sure exactly, but it will be similar price range compared to the plug-in chargers, and it's still
couple of thousand euros. And how much is it to build into the car?
Well, that's basically up to the car manufacturer. So what we do now is
but retro. If I put it in retro, a receiver.
So in retrofitting, there would be a similar price range, maybe for the entire system, a couple of thousand euros. So the charger and the receiver.
Okay. So that is still extreme. That is the expensive part that needs to be in the car. In the car. You're the project manager. For which company do you work for?
Project leader for NG Infra Mobility.
Okay. Where is it installed here? These chargers?
We're installing this prototype in Rotterdam in a semi-public area, so that the Rotterdam fleet can make use of it as a pool car, and to have people have access to it, so kind of semi-public.
Okay, but it's basically the municipality from Rotterdam which is using it for their own fleet.
Yeah, of course, they're also the customer for this pilot, and they have people, basically from the offices there who use it as a pool car for it. Yeah.
Okay, great. So we have the first thing, but if I look at this, Tom, right?
Bram
from the elaad.
Yes.
This is all very nice and good, but we need standards because I mean, if a lot of people make this kind of stuff, we need standards. How far are we away from standards?
Standardization in inductive charging is in an early phase. We used a standard or a frequency here that is set to be the standard, and it's very important that Europe will work on a standard for inductive charging, so that also all the work that has been done already on normal charging can continue in inductive charging. So all the standards we developed already, all the protocols for smart charging, for example, it's important that they can also be used for inductive charging.
Yeah. So, but at the moment there's nothing. How many companies are there which produces inductive charging plates like this?
I believe about 5, 6.
5.
Yeah.
And they should be working together, come up with a standard if they want to survive, right? I mean, it's now mainly in buses and big industrial stuff, and not in electric cars yet. Huh?
True. Yeah, it's very important that there's a cooperation between all the manufacturers and the industries to develop a standard.
Yeah. But you haven't seen the first meeting yet where everybody talks about let's put the standards there for inductive charging for cars.
No, definitely. I haven't seen it yet. You see the manufacturers, hoping to develop their own standards, but working together.
How does this one work? I mean, let's talk about that. What is your experience?
You mean the quality or
the speed? How difficult it is to position it in the right spot? How it works.
Well, positioning the vehicle is very easy because the plate, as you can see on the ground, is quite big, while the coil under the car is a bit smaller. So it doesn't really matter where you position it above. Of course, the more to the center, the more efficiency you will get.
What is the efficiency?
We get with a distance between two coils of about 15 centimeters, we reach almost 90% efficiency.
Okay. So that's pretty good, and it's not much more expensive. So that would have potential if they would. And standardization 4 years, and then basically getting it in the car 5 years. In 10 years, this will be a viable technology.
In 10 years, we'll never know what a normal charging station looked like. I think.
Really?
Oh, maybe.
Well, that's a nice progressive statement. So here we saw the second innovation at Avera, inductive charging. In 10 years, it will be normal. We need to now work on standardization because it seems to work fine. So, and then I won it.